Our next award will go to the State and Territorial VOAD of the Year. And before we honor the State and Territorial VOAD of the Year, I'd like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of all of our State and Territorial VOAD chairs. At this time, if you're a State and Territorial VOAD chair, would you please stand? These individuals lead the charge on the front lines of every single disaster across our country. And I want to thank you and commend your leadership and your hard work, your sleepless nights, and the dedication to the VOAD movement and to survivors. And we invite all, the State and Territorial VOAD of the Year Award for the State and Territorial VOAD is promoted effective delivery service through cooperation throughout the disaster cycle and increased growth and strength of the VOAD in advancing the 4 Cs. All of our state and territorial VOADs have shown tremendous effort and resilience over the past few years during COVID pandemic and in the face of severe weather across the country. And today we want to highlight the Pennsylvania VOAD's exemplary spirit of the 4 Cs. Pennsylvania VOAD has made the response and recovery look effortless over the past year. Through the dedication and persistence of following the 4 Cs, PAVOAD has been able to serve survivors throughout the state with grace and resilience. They are a fully volunteer-run VOAD and the commitment of truly admirable representative of what the VOAD movement stands for. After a series of storms and hurricanes in the midst of a global pandemic, Pennsylvania VOAD has taken on the lead of creating a disaster case management system utilizing the DART platform and bringing together partners and member organizations from impacted counties. They have worked hard to build the capacity of their leadership, and they continue to set a new standard in member engagement. For all of these reasons and more, I want to honor and invite the Pennsylvania VOAD to the stage to accept their award for State and Territorial VOAD of the Year.
Yes, thank you. My name is Julia Menzel, and I'm serving as Vice President of Pennsylvania VOAD. I want to accept this award on behalf of our recent past President, Ed Robertson, and our current President, Kenton Hunt, and also leadership, Carl Jones, I want to acknowledge because he has been part of PAVOAD leadership for a long time. I also want to acknowledge the team. This is just a small representation, but everyone is so valuable and makes this award possible, so thank you all so much. I want to just comment a little bit. Receiving this award on behalf of Pennsylvania VOAD, but want to note that our work is done by exactly 0 paid staff in Pennsylvania VOAD, and it's only because of the commitment of this group and others like us who continue to work together to administer and execute the 4 Cs. In Pennsylvania, we're not the Gulf Coast, we're not California, we're not faced with catastrophic events all the time. But since Hurricane Maria in 2017, we were really caught off guard when we began receiving evacuees from Puerto Rico to Philadelphia and all over Pennsylvania. And it challenged us to rethink disaster response, which for us was traditionally building homes, helping repair homes after flooding. Maria challenged us to think in new ways about what does disaster recovery mean to the survivors, and that's not always rebuilding homes. It could be finding affordable housing, it could be connecting with relatives. And since that time, We've been continued to be challenged. That was the start of our understanding of how to respond to COVID, as it was different from any other disaster. And then also more recently with Hurricane Isaias and Hurricane Irene this past summer. So just want to mention that our leadership, Ed Robertson, Kenton Hunt, Carl, and others have taken strategic initiatives like becoming a 501c3, engaging in the DART platform, creating our own unmet needs roundtable to strategically advance collaboration for disaster survivor recovery. And through those mechanisms, we've become a place for partners like state government, federal government to come for things like Operation Allies Welcome with Operation Barbecue Relief during COVID, and that was to feed some 25,000 people that came through the Philadelphia airport. During COVID, we had massive feeding and other mass care efforts in that time. And then collectively, again, for long-term recovery for more traditional events like Isaias and Ida. So just thank you, everyone, for all of the work together to make these things possible. And thank you all for this honor tonight.
Our next award will be the National NVOAD, or National Member of the Year.